Good evening, everyone. So my next topic or in the for the next video is SGLT2 inhibitors in the treatment of type 2 diabetes mellitus. It is the oral hypoglycemic agent, newer oral hypoglycemic agent, anti-diabetic agent used in the treatment of type of diabetes mellitus. And before I start my video, I want to request you that if this video appears useful to you, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, that is Dr. Nitika Hans Pharmacology Discussion. So now I'm going to start. SGLT2 inhibitors. What is SGLT2? First of all, I will discuss with you. SGLT is the sodium glucose transporter 2, and it is located in our kidney in the proximal convoluted tubule. Now, when the glucose reaches the kidney in the glomerulus, it is freely filtered. But when it reaches the collecting duct, the urine, there is no glucose because it is totally reabsorbed from the SGLT2 sodium glucose co-transporter 2 inhibitor. Sodium glucose co-transporter located in the proximal convoluted tubules. It reabsorbs both sodium ions and glucose, and so the content of the glucose is more in the blood by this transporter. And these inhibitors are given when these inhibitors are given like dapagliflozin, canagliflozin. These act with and with gliflozin. So empagliflozin, sulgliflozin. Now, when these are given, these will inhibit the sodium glucose co-transporter, and thus there will be more excretion of the glucose in the urine. So excretion prevents the reabsorption of glucose from PCT, that is proximal convoluted tubules, and as a result, there will be more urine excreted, more glucose excreted in the urine. Thus, there will be hypoglycemia. All the glucose will be excreted out, so that can be type 2 diabetes can be treated. It is not too anti-diabetic agent. Dapagliflozin single dose can produce the around-the-clock glycosuria. Single dose can cause the glycosuria, and it can lower the blood glucose levels. And tolerability and safety of this drug is yet to be established. And it has higher efficacy in diabetic kidney disease to excrete glucose from the blood. It has higher efficacy in diabetic kidney to excrete glucose from the blood. Advantages are these drugs are known to cause weight loss. They do not cause hypoglycemia because glucose is excreted. The preformed glucose is excreted, but there is no insulin secretion in the body because it does not affect the insulin secretion. So no hypoglycemia will be caused. Improve glucose resistance because glucose is excreted, but there is no resistance to insulin will be there. And it benefits the patients with diabetes and hypertension because it has a diuretic effect. These drugs, the gliflozin type of drugs, they have diuretic action. They are useful in the patients of diabetes having hypertension. Indications, these are given in patients with cirrhosis of liver, and these are given with the glitazone, that is thiazolidine type of the drugs. These are the patients on glitazones, they get the SGLT2 inhibitors. And limitations are that they are very expensive and they cause glycosuria, means leading to urinary tract infection, genitourinary infection, bacterial and fungal infection, because they cause glucose excretion in the urine. So bacteria will come and there will be urinary tract infection and there will be genitourinary infection. And as glucose and sodium are excreted, so there will be dehydration, there will be hypokalemia, dizziness and tiredness. Polydipsia because polyglucosuria is there. So there will be polydipsia, loss of sodium and glucose. glucosuria, increased expulsion of glucose and sodium that can lead to polydipsia also, increased thirst. This is the table. This is showing the drug, the glucose, sodium glucose co-transporter 2 inhibitors. They increase the urine glucose excretion, canagliflozin, dapagliflozin, empagliflozin. HbA1c reduction is just 0.5 to 1%, and they do not have the insulin secretion, so they're action independent. And these cause disadvantages. They cause vaginal, genitourinary, and urinary tract infections, dehydrations, and they can also increase the hyperkalemia. Means as they lead to increased glucose expulsion, they can also cause the metabolic abnormalities in the body. So hyperkalemia, hyponatremia can occur. And contraindications are, these are contraindicated in renal insufficiency, moderate renal insufficiency patients, and they have limited clinical experience. Thank you. That's all for SGLT2 inhibitors. I hope you understood this video. If you have understood, so kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, that is Dr. Ritika Hans Pharmacology Discussion. Thank you. Happy learning. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Thank you.